And that kind of goes back to the whole World War II thing with the Nazis and everything. Those of you who saw Schindler's List, which is a pretty interesting movie, you guys remember that Schindler had bought at one time near the end of the movie a bomb factory, a factory that made munitions. And then he told his workers there he wanted them to make sure that everything was Dutch, because he went in and adjusted the machine so that the shells they made wouldn't function properly. And what he told the guy he had managing it, I want you to keep those machines adjusted wrong, because I don't want to ever hear that a single shell that came out of my factory worked and was used for this war and to kill people and cause destruction. So he wanted everything that he made to not work. Technically made him a con man, but he was doing it for what he believed was a moral and just cause. Because in his mind, even the factory workers there who were putting the munitions together were cooperating with evil. They were cooperating with Hitler. They were cooperating with the Nazis. So you could look at a supplement company the same way. You could take someone like who's the head of a supplement company up at the top of the pyramid, like Lobliner or someone, would be like Hitler in this situation. They know full well everything that's going on. And then, the people under him, maybe someone like Steve Shaw could be like Goebbels or Himmler or someone. And then all the other people under him, maybe who are high up in it, they know the real story. They know what's going on. And then people further down in the company, maybe they don't know so much about what's going on, but they're cooperating with evil, just like people who were further down the machine during that war effort. Maybe they weren't on the level of what Hitler was doing, but they were cooperating with evil, sometimes just to make a living, or sometimes just because they were following orders. And what we determined at the Nuremberg trials, which was an international tribunal headed by the United States, that crimes against humanity, that following orders wasn't an excuse. And we could also argue that if these people work for these companies, they work for these various companies, yes, everyone needs to be able to earn a living. You know what? Anyone who's willing to work, I do honestly believe should be able to earn a living, should be able to provide for themselves if they're willing to work. There's nothing wrong with that, with someone wanting to work and have a job. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But we do have to step back and assess how much harm are we doing with what we do. Are we building the machines that are going to be exterminating children or women and children? Are we building horrific things